TNT Tuesday. Just gonna kind of chat a little bit today. We don't really have nothing to show you. We do have a few things we want to talk about. As you know, last week Chuck and Mason did the TNT Tuesday. They were out at Sand Hollow at the Trail Hero event. Because I was out in the middle of San Rafael Swell with the fall adventure for exploring. We tried to coordinate it to where maybe I could join in, but I just couldn't get enough service. So for exploring, like I said, we did fall adventure last week. We had 6 Jeeps, plus Megalander roaming around. We covered, I'm still tallying the final tallies, but we did about 600 miles in the dirt. Kind of bebopped all over that area, saw all the cool highlights, did some wheeling, did some camping, did some cooking, so everybody ate well. Reason I'm sitting is because the last day of the event I threw my back out and had about 70 miles of trail to get to pavement and then 9-hour drive home on Saturday, so I'm not moving real fast at the moment. But anyway, Chuck and Mason, check out some of their stuff from last week, from the Trail Hero event. That went real well. We got to ride with the veterans group, got to cover some of the trail breaker,
rock race, all of that.
Rock race, so they were pretty busy all week, covered a lot of ground. Our plan is to have all of us there next year. Still waiting on dates from Rich, but it's typically the weekend after the Pomona Expo, so we're kind of waiting for them to set their schedule so Rich can set his schedule, but it's usually right around the first part of October. We will be hosting some trails next year. First and foremost will be the TNT Trail, kind of goes with everything. It's a pretty hard trail. I've done it several times. It's a good time. And then we'll figure out what the rest of the week holds as the year progresses. So watch for us out there next fall. One thing we did want to talk about today is our Terrain Master Program. We've had it out for a year and a half. Mary and the crew over here kind of got it going. We have a couple of very good terrain masters around the country. We're always looking for more. Chuck and Mason are working on revamping that program a little bit for us, and there will actually be a dedicated page, I guess, off of the main TNT Customs website. Applications and all of that sort of thing will get funneled into that page. It'll be up across the top of the page so you can find it easy. Don't flood us yet. Let's get that all straightened out and ready to go. But if you're interested in being a terrain master, keep your eye on our social media. We'll let you know when it's go day and you can send your application in. The Terrain Master Program, in a nutshell, is kind of our ambassador program. I'm not a fan of the word ambassador, that's why we call it Terrain Master. But most people understand the ambassadors from different companies. We do things a little differently, which that'll all be spelled out on that page and in your application. What we are looking for, as the Army says, a few good men and women. So if you're out and about and would be interested in that, be prepared. In the next couple of weeks we'll get you some information. In the meantime, you could send a short email to sales@TNT Customs so we can keep track of you and get you an application out as soon as all of that format is ready to rock and roll. On the Terrain Master theme, we actually have a new Terrain Master with us. My nephew Alex from Michigan flew out over the weekend to go hunting in Colorado, and he was hunting more than four-legged creatures, which he hasn't even gotten to yet. He was hunting for a Jeep, and over the weekend we found him a pretty good Jeep here in town. It was a local build. Good friend of mine's son built it with all of our parts, so he's off to a good start. It's a 97 TJ, full long arm, our full long arm kit on it, highline fenders, sliders. It had our corner blanks, and the gentleman built his own flare just because he wanted to do something different. So he's got a damn good start. So we'll go out and take a peek at his Jeep, and first we'll introduce Alex. He's standing over here on the side. So this is our nephew Alex. He's got a little shop in Michigan that he does on the side. What's the town you're in?
Manistee.
Manistee. So if you're familiar with Michigan, get my hand to go the right way. Let's do it that way because you're looking at it backwards.
As the official map.
It's over here on the Lake Michigan side.
This is not to scale.
Yeah, we're definitely not to scale. So if anybody in that area, Alex runs a little shop, kind of weekends and nights. He's been wrenching for quite a few years, so he'll be helping putting parts on if anybody's interested. If you're in that neighborhood and you need parts, go talk to Alex, look him up. He'll be out and about with his new Jeep. Obviously, he's itching to get home and start playing with it and get out. Although hunting season will probably get in the way of that for the next month or so. But anyway, we'll go out and take a peek at his Jeep. If I can get off the chair. So it's a, like I said, 97 TJ. It's a 5-speed Jeep. Matt and his dad built this Dana 44. It's a fork radius arm Dana 44, 77 and older. So they narrowed it about 2 inches per side. Loaded it up with 513 gears, ARB, Warren hubs. Our truss system to make that conversion happen. In the rear, it's got a TJ44 out of a LJ that's loaded up with a 35 spline ARB and nitro shafts. So Alex got a pretty good start. He's way ahead of the game for most people just starting out with a Jeep. It's pretty capable right out of the box. So should be a good time for him. Mary, you got anything you want to talk about the Terrain Master Program?
Can you see Bobby?
Yeah, we can add Bobby.
Well, we started the Terrain Master Program a year or two ago. We've gotten a few people out around the country. We'd like to get a bunch more because we can't be everywhere all the time. We'd like to hit up more of the small local events, and we can't always be there, so we want to we're pretty selective about who we have, so we want to have some people that are obviously TNT fans. Don't necessarily have to have a 100% built TNT rig. You just have to have the love for TNT to be able to share it and get out and about in the communities and tell people about us. And in return, you scratch our backs and we scratch yours. You know, we have some pretty good ones out there. I know a lot of you might have seen posts from Bobby before. And he tells me he's watching, so...
Bobby, if you have a watch party, turn it off and then I can add you.
Bobby is one of our terrain masters out of Indiana, and when he first applied for our Terrain Master Program, he really didn't even have any TNT parts. He just really liked TNT parts. And if you see his Jeep now, it's pretty loaded with TNT parts. And he sets up meet and greets, and he goes to events that are already happening. I think he's actually going to try to be on here. We share a little space with him.
I'm adding him now. He came back.
Yeah.
Mason's,
Mason's trying to get him. And, you guys can say hello to Bobby. The goal is to kind of let you guys know who we have supporting us, and you can go to them when we're not there. and ask them some questions, maybe get some discount coupons, you know, have a conversation with people who really know our stuff.
Right on.
Hey, Bobby.
What's up, Bobby?
Hi there.
How you doing?
Hi there. Good.
Good. What do you think of the Terrain Master Program?
It's actually pretty good. It's actually bought me out of my shell because, of course, I have to talk to other people
As you're doing
and
now.
talk about the products. Correct. Correct. I'm getting some back feed. I'm going to shut off my headphones. Hold on one second.
It's gotten your teeth a whole lot different.
Okay, that's better now.
There you go.
So anyways, I like the program a lot. Like I said, it's actually brought me out of my shell, talking to people. I normally just, keep to myself all the time. People ask me all the time, what's your Jeep, what's it got, and I just speak freely, and a lot of the product just speaks for themselves. They see a lot of if they know me on social media, they see my videos, and I'm not easy on it, and the product basically just takes the abuse, and like I said, it pretty much just sells itself. So it's real easy to talk about the products, and then of course anytime I talk about TNT from people that are more known in the industry, they basically just say, "Oh, Bob and Mary, yeah, those are great people." So Bob and Mary are also helpful on their end because they are awesome people.
Thanks, Bobby. Appreciate that.
So we've got a few others. Chris with North Dakota.
Yeah.
He's going to get that. Refrigerating this split screen with difficulty here, but I think it's working okay. Bobby, we appreciate everything you do, and I know you're getting ready to begin this weekend, so have fun and keep your guidance.
Yes.
Maybe you can give us a little feedback after this. See how all of that. Just did a few more mods. So maybe one of these days we can schedule it. I know you're working every day, but we can get you out in the parking lot on a day that we cooperate.
That'd be cool. We're ready. Like to see your.
For sure.
All right.
So thanks for joining us, Bobby. Get out of here.
All right.
Thank you.
Yep.
Good. Turn it around.
Yeah.
There we go.
All right.
So that pretty much sums up what we want to talk about today. Stay in tune. There will be, we're working on another little deal for Rockfest next year, which is our annual event in South Dakota with the 605 Jeep Club. Mary and I have been tossing around the idea, and she's going to go here in a minute, but we've been tossing around the idea of sponsoring someone to the event.
Surprise!
So we'll be doing a giveaway here. Contest.
What does that mean for them, Bob? Sponsoring them for the event? So
Well, you'll get into the event. We'll pay your registration. We tend to take in strays, so I'm sure we'll be cooking some for you. You will be responsible to get to and from, and whatever normal expenses you would incur while you're at a Jeep event, gas and whatever else not, but there won't be any registration, and I'm sure we'll have some
extra raffles
raffle tickets
Yeah.
and some meals here and there. We're still working with 605, Cotty, if you're watching. We're trying to extend that event for another day, so there'll be
There's Connie's surprise.
4 days of wheeling instead of 3.
We love you, Cotty.
Yeah, how you doing, Cotty? Speaking of Cotty, if there's anybody in the South Dakota area, or even wherever, there is a planned work trip for this weekend. Although Mother Nature may intervene, we're talking about 18 inches of snow in the next day or two up there in the hills. So, but stay tuned. We'll repost. Cotty will be posting, and the 605 Jeep Club Facebook page will be posting about the work trip. If you're available and you're in the area, Cotty could use all the hands he can get. So there will be another spring trip. We're still working out details on that one. That's a little bigger involved project, so it's going to take the winter to coordinate that. But that'll be coming up in May. So if you got a weekend available in May, we could use a hand up there. It's a pretty big project. I guess that's all of what I have for today.
Right.
So thanks for tuning in. We'll see you guys next week. Oh, one last thing. Mary and I are headed out to the 4th annual Veterans Ride at Frontenac Farms up in Red Wing, Minnesota. That is October 26th and 27th. It's Saturday and Sunday. So we'll be up in western Wisconsin, eastern, that whole part of Minnesota. And then from there, we're going to take a couple of days off and go see my folks down in southern Wisconsin before making the trek back here to Wyoming. So if you're available, and you want to talk, we'll be up there for that event.
Looking forward to that.
Yeah, we're really looking forward to that one. We wheeled Frontenac Farms 5 years ago on trail tour. So we're looking forward to getting back up there and visiting with those folks. So that's kind of what's on our upcoming schedule. And with that, I will close off. So thanks for tuning in. See you next week.
Watch for Alex in Michigan.
Yep.